America, this organization was formed and has contributed a great deal to an essential relationship.
And of course, the United States has seen the relationship between, the very special relationship between France and the United States have its ups and downs, beginning with the bicentennial, which was being, beginning of our nation, which was being celebrated in 1976, and the French role in that, and then their very strong presence in our country in 1976 because of the bicentennial at that point. But it's had its ups and downs, and there was a period of time, of course, where just recently, where there was animosity between the United States and France at some diplomatic levels and some levels in this country. How do you see today the role of an organization such as this, the French-American Foundation?
There was never animosity, but there was some aspect of the French. Well, first of all, there's a certain style of argument. I used to say, when you argue with the British, they make you feel guilty. When you argue with the French, they make you feel stupid. So given this cultural problem, there was one aspect of French policy which I have always greatly appreciated, and which bureaucratically we didn't always appreciate, which was the insistence of an autonomy of decision, so that France would work with us, but as its own decision, and not as a result of some bureaucratic structure in which they simply had to follow a line that was established, in which they did not necessarily share. The reason I thought it was important to have this French view, which stems from at least de Gaulle, the reason this is important is because if foreign policy problems become merely technical problems and a problem of allocating resources, you cannot get the commitment of the populations. And so I always thought it was important to have a country in Europe and an entity in Europe that asserted on making up its own mind. And of course, hopefully, we would be able to coordinate that thinking. And usually, even when there were some tempestuous periods, we usually came together again. The period of intense disagreement was over the Iraq War. And for Americans, the fact that a traditional ally did not join in what the president at the time thought was a matter of national importance, that was very painful. On the other hand, France was probably right in the analysis they made of the implications of what was being done. So whatever tension existed as a result of the French